Today, we're going to talk about exoplanets. We're starting with Kepler-37b, the smallest known exoplanet. It is only slightly larger than our Moon. It is also smaller than Mercury. TRAPPIST-1d is an exoplanet, the third planet in the TRAPPIST-1 system, that orbits an ultra-cool dwarf star 40.7 light-years away in the constellation Aquarius. It is considered potentially habitable due to its location within the habitable zone. TRAPPIST-1d is smaller and less massive than Earth, with an orbital period of 4.04 Earth days. Here's a more detailed look. Location. TRAPPIST-1d is one of 7 exoplanets orbiting the ultra-cool dwarf star TRAPPIST-1. Habitability. While its location within the habitable zone suggests the potential for liquid water on the surface, scientists are still studying the planet's atmosphere and conditions to determine if it could support life. Size and mass. TRAPPIST-1d is smaller and less massive than Earth. Water. Astronomy Wiki, fandom suggests that TRAPPIST-1d has about 5% of its mass in water, likely in the form of a huge liquid ocean. Atmosphere. TRAPPIST-1d is thought to have a compact, terrestrial atmosphere. Sunlight. TRAPPIST-1d receives 4.3% more sunlight than Earth, according to Astronomy Wiki, fandom. Discovery. The planet was discovered using the transit method, where the dimming effect of a planet passing in front of its star is measured. TRAPPIST-1e is a rocky, Earth-sized exoplanet orbiting within the habitable zone of the ultra-cool dwarf star TRAPPIST-1. It's located about 40 light-years from Earth. This planet is the fourth planet in the TRAPPIST-1 system and is considered a potentially habitable world due to its location in the habitable zone. Here's a more detailed look at TRAPPIST-1e. Habitability. TRAPPIST-1e is located within the habitable zone of its star, meaning it could potentially have liquid water on its surface. Size and mass. It's slightly smaller than Earth, with a radius of 5,797.6 kilometers and a mass of 69% of Earth's. Orbital period. It orbits its star every 6.1 days. Discovery. It was discovered in 2017. Atmosphere. The planet's atmosphere is not well understood, but studies suggest it might have a thick atmosphere, potentially leading to a warmer surface temperature than its calculated equilibrium temperature. Other features. TRAPPIST-1e has a mean density of 5.65 grams per cc. Its gravity is about 93% of Earth's gravity. Kepler-186f is a near-Earth-sized exoplanet in the habitable zone of a red dwarf star, Kepler-186. It's located approximately 580 light-years away in the constellation Cygnus. Kepler-186f was one of 5 planets discovered around Kepler-186 by the Kepler Space Telescope. Here's a more detailed look at Kepler-186f. Size and composition. Kepler-186f is believed to be slightly larger than Earth, but its exact mass and composition are not known. Habitable zone. It orbits within its star's habitable zone, where temperatures could allow for liquid water on its surface, potentially supporting life. Orbital period. Kepler-186f takes about 130 Earth days to orbit its star. Red dwarf star. Kepler-186 is a red dwarf star, much smaller and cooler than our Sun, which means Kepler-186f would experience dimmer and redder daylight. Distance from Earth. It's located about 557.7 light-years from Earth. Potential for seasons. Because Kepler-186f is relatively far from its star, it may not be tidally locked, which means it could have seasons. Atmosphere. While the planet's atmosphere is unknown, its location in the habitable zone suggests the possibility of liquid water and oxygen, which could support life. Proxima Centauri b is an exoplanet, a planet outside our solar system, that orbits the red dwarf star Proxima Centauri, the closest star to our Sun. Discovered in 2016, it's located within the habitable zone of its star, meaning liquid water could exist on its surface, making it a potential candidate for harboring life. Here's a more detailed look at Proxima Centauri b. Distance. It's located approximately 4.24 light-years away from Earth. Orbital period. It takes about 11.2 Earth days to complete one orbit around Proxima Centauri. Mass. It's estimated to be about 1.07 times the mass of Earth, making it a super-Earth. Habitability. While Proxima Centauri b orbits within the habitable zone, it's important to consider that the extreme ultraviolet radiation from its host star could strip away its atmosphere and make it less habitable. Discovery. The discovery was announced by a team of scientists, including Guillaume Anglada Escudé and Mikko Tuomi, in 2016. Future research. Further research is needed to determine the planet's atmospheric composition and whether it can support life. Kepler 442b is an exoplanet orbiting the K-type star Kepler 442, located approximately 1,196 light-years from Earth in the constellation Lyra. It's considered a super-Earth, meaning it's larger and more massive than Earth, and it's located within the star's habitable zone, potentially allowing for liquid water on its surface. Here's a more detailed look. Discovery. Kepler 442b was discovered by NASA's Kepler spacecraft in 2015. Size and mass. Kepler 442b has a radius 1.34 times that of Earth and an estimated mass 2.36 times that of Earth. Orbital period. It orbits Kepler 442 once every 112.3 Earth days. Habitability. Kepler 442b's location within the habitable zone, the region where a planet could potentially support liquid water, suggests it could be habitable. Composition. While the exact composition is not known, the planet's size and mass suggest it could be rocky, similar to Earth, according to Ethan Siegel. Future research. Ongoing research aims to determine the planet's atmospheric composition and the presence of biosignatures, which could help determine its habitability. Kepler 452b is an exoplanet, meaning it orbits a star outside of our solar system. It's a super-Earth planet, meaning it's larger than Earth, and it's located in the habitable zone of its Sun-like star, Kepler 452. This puts it in a region where liquid water could exist on the surface, making it a candidate for potential habitability. Here's a more detailed look. Discovery. Kepler 452b was discovered by the NASA's Kepler Space Telescope in 2015. Size and composition. It's estimated to be about 60% larger than Earth and is considered a super-Earth. While its exact composition isn't known, some models suggest it might have a large amount of water, potentially making it a water world with surface oceans and a water vapor atmosphere. Distance. Kepler 452b is located approximately 1,800 light-years away from Earth in the constellation Cygnus. Habitable zone. It orbits within the inner edge of the habitable zone of its star, which is similar in size and temperature to our Sun. Future. While it's an intriguing target for studying potential habitability, the vast distance makes it unlikely that humans will ever visit Kepler 452b. Kepler 22b is a super-Earth exoplanet that orbits within the habitable zone of the star Kepler 22, located approximately 600 light-years from Earth. It's the first confirmed planet found to orbit within the habitable zone of a Sun-like star. Kepler 22b is about 2.4 times the size of Earth and is thought to have a temperature of around 22 degrees Celsius. Here's a more detailed look. Size and composition. Kepler 22b is larger than Earth, with a radius about 2.4 times that of Earth. Its composition is currently unknown, and it could be rocky, gaseous, or liquid. Location and orbit. It orbits Kepler 22, a Sun-like star, within the star's habitable zone. The habitable zone is the region around a star where liquid water could exist on a planet's surface. Kepler 22b is located about 600 light-years away in the constellation Cygnus. Discovery. Kepler 22b was discovered by the Kepler Space Telescope. Temperature. Models suggest that Kepler 22b has a temperature of about 22 degrees Celsius. Habitability. While it's in the habitable zone, its larger size may make it less likely to have a surface environment like Earth's, but it's possible that a large ocean could exist, and life could exist within that ocean. Some of them are so promising, like Teegarden's star B. GJ1214b is a super-Earth exoplanet, a little bigger than Earth but smaller than Neptune, located approximately 40 light-years from Earth. It's thought to be a mini-Neptune, potentially a water world with a thick atmosphere. The planet is so hot that it's not habitable and has a reflective haze that makes it difficult to study its atmosphere. This planet is made of water. This planet known as GJ1214b. Here's a more detailed look. Discovery. GJ1214b was discovered in 2009 by the M-Earth survey, and it was one of the smallest exoplanets found at the time. Size and composition. It's about 2.5 times the radius of Earth, making it a super-Earth but smaller than Neptune. Studies suggest it's likely a water-rich planet, possibly with a thick gaseous envelope. Orbital characteristics. It orbits the star GJ-1214 in a short period of about 1.6 Earth days, and is very close to its star. Atmosphere. GJ-1214b is shrouded in a thick layer of haze, making it difficult to see its atmosphere. Initial studies suggested a water-rich atmosphere, but recent observations with the James Webb Space Telescope suggest a different composition, potentially a thick gaseous envelope. Temperature. The planet is too hot to be habitable, with an average global temperature of around 230 degrees Celsius. Haze. The reflective haze layer in the upper atmosphere makes it difficult to determine the composition of the sheets below, according to the University of Oxford Department of Physics. Study challenges. Because of the haze and the planet's proximity to its star, studying GJ-1214b's atmosphere is challenging. Future research. The James Webb Space Telescope has provided some new insights, but more research is needed to fully understand its composition and atmosphere. Kepler-7b is a hot Jupiter exoplanet, meaning it is a gas giant that orbits very close to its star, Kepler-7. It's tidally locked, constantly showing the same face to its star, and is known for its unusual reflectivity and clouds. Kepler-7b is about half the mass of Jupiter but nearly 1.5 times its size, making it one of the most puffy, low-density planets discovered. Here's a more detailed explanation. Location and orbit. Kepler-7b is located in the constellation Lyra and orbits Kepler-7, a star similar to our Sun, in just under 5 days. Size and mass. It's about 1.478 times the radius of Jupiter, but only 0.433 times its mass, resulting in a density similar to expanded polystyrene. Hot Jupiter. Its proximity to Kepler-7 results in an equilibrium temperature of nearly 1540 K, making it a hot Jupiter. Tidal locking. Kepler-7b is tidally locked, meaning one side is constantly in daylight and the other is in perpetual darkness, as the Moon is to Earth. Reflectivity and clouds. It's unusually bright, reflecting a significant amount of starlight. This high reflectivity is attributed to a layer of clouds in its atmosphere. Cloud map. Scientists have mapped the clouds on Kepler-7b, finding that high clouds are present on the west side and clear skies on the east side. WASP-12b is a hot Jupiter exoplanet, meaning it is a gas giant orbiting very close to its star, WASP-12, and is therefore extremely hot and tidally locked. It orbits its star in just over 1 Earth day, which is much closer than Earth's orbit around the Sun, according to NASA. The intense radiation and tidal forces from the star are causing WASP-12b to lose mass and are stretching it into an egg shape, according to NASA. Here's a more detailed look at WASP-12b. Orbit and proximity. WASP-12b orbits its star in a mere 1.1 days, much closer than Earth's orbit of the Sun. Temperature. The day side of WASP-12b experiences temperatures around 4,000 degrees Fahrenheit, 2,210 degrees Celsius, due to the intense radiation from its star. Tidal forces. The strong gravitational pull of WASP-12 causes tidal forces that stretch WASP-12b into an egg-like shape. Atmosphere and composition. WASP-12b's atmosphere is rich in methane, suggesting a high carbon-to-oxygen ratio, according to the UCF Planetary Sciences Group. Mass loss. The intense radiation from WASP-12 is causing WASP-12b to lose mass, and it is estimated to be consumed by its star within a few million years. Discovery. WASP-12b was discovered in 2008 by the Super WASP Transit Survey. Distance. WASP-12b is located approximately 870.8 light-years away from Earth, according to exoplanet.eu. Density. The average density of WASP-12b is 326 kilograms per cubic meter, according to a review paper. HD 100546b is a gas giant exoplanet orbiting the B-type star HD 100546. It's a particularly large exoplanet, with an estimated mass of 15 to 20 Jupiter masses and a radius of 3.4 Jupiter radii. It's located 53 astronomical units from its star and takes 249.2 years to complete one orbit. The planet is within the habitable zone of its star, meaning that liquid water could exist on its surface if it had a surface. Key features of HD 100546b. Mass, 15 to 20 Jupiter masses. Radius, 3.4 Jupiter radii. Orbital distance, 53 astronomical units from its star. Orbital period, 249.2 years. Habitable zone, the planet orbits within the habitable zone of its star. Distance, 359 light-years from Earth. Age, less than 10 million years. Planet type, gas giant. Discovery, HD 100546b was discovered in 2005 and confirmed as a planet in 2014. The discovery was announced in 2014, with further studies refining its properties. Significance: HD 100546b is a unique object for studying planetary formation because it orbits within a protoplanetary disk, making it a valuable target for studying how new planetary systems form. It is also one of the largest exoplanets discovered by size.